It is 5:40 in the morning. I am making a video about a horror movie that scared the shit out of me so much that I couldn't sleep tonight. Looking like the guy who has the Batman bangs on the internet. That's what they call him, at least, I think. I could pull up the picture right now. I think I have it. But anyway, before we get into the video, a few hours ago, I saw the movie called... Obsession, yeah, okay. And dude, it was crazy. Like I was left speechless after that shit. So spoilers ahead. We're gonna be talking about it. Look at this shit. That's insane, isn't it? I don't know why I have this like mini camera roll. Like this is the thumbnail I worked on a while ago. But yeah. So let's talk about it. On my last takes of this video that I made like a few hours ago, I tried summarizing the events of the story. However, as I was summarizing the movie, I would forget certain parts midway, and then I would have to go back and read those parts aloud, and it wouldn't make sense because it wasn't linear and all that. Okay. So the movie itself, one of its biggest strengths, I think, was the symbolism of it and the cinematography. Dude, I did not know that the actor that played Nikki had such a fucking wide facial range. Like, dude, oh my god. It's like that face she made, like, oh my, she fucking killed it with that. I was shitting bricks when I thought that. I sound like Mike Tyson now. Anyway, the concept of the movie, I also think was good. Like, it was basic, don't get me wrong, right? We saw this in one of the director's other films too. I think it was the same director. It was like the movie with the mummified hand, and if they touched it, they all have to make a wish or whatever the fuck. Except I think this movie does what they tried to do a lot better, right? I won't go too much into detail on that, but like, I think they do the cursed objects shit a lot better. I just wish that they went more into depth about what the object and what the magic was, because like between that movie and Weapons, like the magic and all the supernatural shit that's happening is pretty cool, right? But we don't actually know how it works, and I kind of like that it's ambiguous, but at least give us something to chew off of. Do I think this movie's gonna win an Oscar? You know, it's too early to say, since movie season is usually summer through October. So if no good movies, no good movies come out during that time, I think they have a chance, right? Best actor performance, they're definitely gonna kill it. They're definitely gonna like go home with all of them. Dude, I don't even know the name of the lead actress, but she did so fucking good at playing this yandere, crazy, deranged, possessed girl, right? And, you know, something I noticed about the main character, Bear, is that I think it's like a reference to the question that women get asked a lot. Would you rather be alone with a man or a bear, right? And I think that's really interesting. I don't know what it's supposed to imply, right? Considering technically she's choosing the bear, because like the guy is called Bear, but everyone around her is getting killed. Oh, I think that might be it. Like, okay, Bear as in everyone around her gets killed, and he's a guy because, you know, he does crimes that typically guys would commit like sexual assault. Because let's be honest, Nikki wasn't consenting in those scenarios, right? Like every time it was going down on her, like, like her face was just blank. I also thought it was really cool that she would snap back into reality every now and then, like while she was sleeping. What they definitely should have explained, and again, this is like one of the main problems. When Bear makes a call to the whatever the fuck, Wish-A-Willow company, the guy who's on the other end passes the phone to Nikki and she's screaming, right? She's at the store. However, occasionally she pops back into consciousness while still in her body. So they should have definitely explained that better. I feel like that knocked off a few decimals worth of a point. Also, Ian's a bad friend. Ian's a bad friend, bro. $1 billion. And he still didn't believe him. Like, you got $1 billion from this shit and you didn't help your friend out with $1 billion? Like, carpet bomb the house. Just buy another house. You have $1 billion, dude. They could have went so many directions with that shit. Sure, she would have just came guns blazing, Rambo, I think it's Rambo into Ian's house and just killed him. But like, again, they should have just ran away. The thing is, when they do come back to carpet bomb her, she's gonna be in the shadows waiting to sneak attack. So that's the problem, you know? But again, she should have known that he would be in the house, so he should have called the fucking cops. That's another thing. You know, that's the main argument for why Bear was the main villain. We know Bear was the main villain, but dude, he had so many opportunities to get more help, other than just his close friends, or call the cops, or trick, Nikki into doing something else, right? Into like sabotaging herself so Ian could have a chance to escape. No. Bear liked having Nikki as his personal property. He liked the idea. I feel cross-eyed as fuck. He liked the idea of having Nikki belong to him, but he wasn't exactly ready to deal with all the side effects of it. And when it was too late, well, all of his friends were already dead. In that last scene, like, Nikki couldn't do anything to get out of that situation. All the evidence was on her. Her fingerprints were everywhere. Her friends were dead everywhere in the most gruesome possible way. And the Willow Wish, whatever the fuck thing, it was already, not only was it sold out, but the one that fake Nikki used was already broken. I wonder what would have happened if they just like, if Bear didn't take the pills before Nikki made the wish. Do you think they would have just like loved each other until they died? I think that would have been it. No, but like, Bear's low-key a piece of shit. I was rooting for him to get the fuck out, but he completely brought it on himself. And that scene in the bed where Nikki woke up and she was like, "Why won't you just kill me?" And Bear answers, "What's so bad about dating me? Dickhead, do you not see what's going on? She's about to kill you and everyone you love." That's the part that pissed me off the most. Like, these characters, for sure, were more intelligent than other horror movie characters that I've seen in my life. But the actions that they were taking towards the end were kind of just like zero IQ. So I feel like everything that I just mentioned knocked it off by a point. So overall, I'd give the movie a 9. But the death scenes, oh my god, the death scenes were so perfect. Dude, the one with Sarah, that was the scariest shit I've seen. And I don't know why movies made by YouTubers or like small productions like to over exaggerate the effects of blunt force trauma. I know it's a lot more gory and it helps with the theatrics and all that shit. But like her head getting caved in after a few times, especially, it doesn't make sense considering that her head was being slammed against the brick and not the other way around. If it was the other way around, it would have made sense because, okay, maybe Nikki's just like, maybe she's like that, right? Maybe the little stick gave her superpowers or super strength. So that's why she was able to do all that crazy stuff. But no. And Sarah's eyeball was popping out and everything. Wanna know what I would have done? Me personally, as a logical man I am, let's say I was just as obsessed as Bear was. Cause let's be honest, he was the obsessed one. It wasn't Nikki. I mean, it was Nikki, but it was mainly him. That's the reason that they got in that dilemma in the first place. But if I was just as infatuated with Nikki as he was, and I was in his situation, I would either trick her into breaking the stick and making a wish to make her normal but still love me, or I don't know, I feel like I would like call the cops every time. Because if you kill a police officer, the rest of the department is gonna come after you. You know that, right? So he could have definitely played it smarter. No, I was just like a little disappointed that they didn't do anything more with that. But then like the plot wouldn't be the same. That's why I feel like it was important to add all that subliminal. Is subliminal the right word? That underlying messaging to show that Bear was truly depraved and obsessed, and that's the reason why things escalated as much as they did, right? And then he went to cheat on Nikki with Sarah, and then Sarah died for it, and then Ian turned out to be a horrible friend. Ian died for it. Like, you see everything that I'm talking about? I feel like I'm just repeating the same stuff over and over again because, I mean, the movie was phenomenal. The acting, even by the other characters, the acting was just beautiful. Ian acting like a complete piece of shit. Bear being the stereotypical nice guy, like the wolf in sheep's clothing. Like, he was really trying to do the Sykkuno method. His XP bar was low. But really, he wasn't a creep, but he was insecure as shit. So, that definitely contributed something towards. I like the way he played it out, though. If I was the director, I wouldn't change up anything. It was perfect. In the scene when Nikki was watching Bear sleep, I didn't think that her facial range would be that wide, like that wide more than usual, and I was right because it was actually a bunch of makeup, and I think maybe they gave her a mask. No, I think it was mainly just makeup, right? But it was good. It was really good. I feel like the friends should have contributed more. We should have seen the other friends, but I get it for like a film with a budget of only 750K. I guess that's why they didn't do a bit more with it. But again, for a movie with $750K as a budget, that's insane. It made more than 50%, no, more than 50 times what it costed to make. I'm not even sure if that's a record or not, but that's extremely high from what I know, especially compared to all the slop that Disney makes. So, overall, the acting, the underlying themes, the messaging, the symbolism. Oh my god, the symbolism with the stone and the cat. Because, like, you know how crystals are supposed to protect you, and cats are, like, good at detecting bad things before they happen, right? That's what I think. That's why all of that happened at the beginning, right? Now that I've watched this film, and now that the Backrooms is coming out, if the Backrooms is good, I think this will confirm one thing, one very important thing. YouTubers are starting to make good movies because they've known what we like for a while. They know what needs to be brought out into the screen for us to enjoy. This is literally a new age of entertainment. Not really, it's the same stuff, but by different producers with different ideas coming from different types of mediums that bring new things into the table that actually worked. Like this little spin on the typical yandere story, I think it was like really good. And I saw a few comparisons online to The Shining. I've never watched The Shining, so I wouldn't know. It's nice and blue outside though. Look. Someone's probably gonna find my house using like fucking trees or whatever. Yeah, I should probably go to sleep though. I have to go to Manhattan today and print out my homework, print out some more homework, do 2 hours with the math, like, you know. But I'm excited for what's to come in the director's new movie because I know he's a comedian. I've watched his skits with the fucking pay toll thing and whatever. And I heard that in his next movie, there's gonna be an Easter egg for this movie. So I'm really excited about that. And I look forward to the Backrooms as well, right? I'll give my review on that. And I just want you guys to know that I ain't no moist critical, right? But I think that my next reviews for the upcoming films for the months of May, June, and July are going to be some of my best videos yet. So stay tuned, I guess. See ya.